proprietors of businesses that kind of patterned themselves around Mayberry.
Yeah. Okay.
That's an interesting question.
Yeah, I was trying to have a couple. So where were you born?
Bill, I don't know.
Good place to grow up?
You had to grow up. First job would have been picking potatoes.
So when did you start your business?
81. We started with the flea market and then went into collectibles, into the furniture side.
Yeah, so it kind of naturally progressed?
Yep.
Did you go out picking a lot and source your own stuff?
I didn't do much picking. I primarily did auctions and through the door.
Sure.
People
Stuff would walk in? Yeah.
Try to sell things.
So obviously you probably moved a lot of stuff, but does anything stick out over the years of the best stuff that came through the door, just fun, you know, stuff that you can't believe you sold, like the Texaco sign, stuff like that?
Yeah, pretty much was unique. Some of it needed some work on it. I highlighted or whatever.
Yeah.
Something to bring in revenue.
Did you or do you now collect anything?
Well, I've always liked tools, but at this point I don't try to collect them.
Fair enough, yeah.
Get too old.
You just collect dollar bills, huh?
Try to do that. Maybe bigger than dollar bills.
Yeah. Biggest challenges as a business owner?
Trying to keep up with the changes. And the manufacturing of merchandise now. We used to have quite a few locals where there are none now.
You know, what would you say is the most rewarding part of the day for you? Is it seeing someone's face light up when they get a cool piece of something, you know?
Oh yes, yeah. Sometimes we built something that they couldn't buy. It is satisfying to fill somebody's desires, needs, wants.
It gives me kind of like a general store feeling. Did you try to, or is that just what naturally happened?
I think that's mainly what naturally happened.
Okay, because that's what you were kind of around and used to or whatnot. Yeah, because it's definitely unique from anything on this block.
No, that try to outguess the demands and also just dealing with the city. I would have preferred to have been able to rent the building, but the city required things that they didn't allow you to have a business that handled everything in the zone. You got into parking that you couldn't create. We had a couple prospects that met the zoning, but then they said it didn't meet the present usage. It's an educational process.
Yeah, so all wood furniture, and we've got some lamp parts over here if you end up, you know, needing to rewire, rework something. Few little tools in here.
What's up here? Do you have any wooden tapes?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
How's that for a loaded answer? But you were in the right area,
What
I
is this
think.
little thing right here? These
They're butter molds.
butter molds. Okay.
Yeah.
So you put them in the
I mean, you know,
refrigerator
I'm not churning my own butter, but if I was,
So,
then you
but
put
you could
this-
probably take warm butter and kind of warm it
Yeah.
and maybe put it in there
Yep.
and put it in the fridge. And
yeah. right now. Let's go with chicken.
Okay. And this, what is this all about?
Well, you know, I think it is also a butter mold, but that one we're gonna have to go up to the expert and ask.
Oh, okay.
A little closer to him if he wasn't calling him an SOB.
He was spending too much time hollering. He was losing all his oxygen by hollering at the guy rather than running after him.
So do you pack a sap? How many clamps does it take to glue up a chair?
How many?
One more than you got.
Well, we've got several. Yeah. So I like to talk about this picture of my dad. So we had a customer that came in and wanted to do this photo of him. So went back in the workshop with all the fun stuff around him and took that photo, which I think is just a perfect essence of him. But then to add to that, that frame also has some interesting story to it. It was a piece of wood that was around here, and I wanted him to make a frame for me. And he said, well, you know what that's from, don't you? Like, I'm going to know what every piece of his lumber is, you know, where it's from. But turns out it's from my stepmom's property, the family property in Georgia. And this particular piece of lumber came from one of the outbuildings they used to call the doghouse. So my dad is now permanently in the doghouse. I love it.
Wow. And she found these in the basement?
Yes, there are 10 of them. It's mild, they're on mild, you know, a
Yeah.
showpiece.
Right. It'd be neat under a piece of big glass or something.
Ooh, yes it would.
That's just my idea.
And, ooh, this looks a little wonky.
I'm always bugging him about the antiques where he had a couple license plates or something, you know, sitting around, and I picked those up, and I'm always, you know, never interested in furniture. It was always like the little stuff that he salt and peppered in between, you know, and then I bug him about stuff.
He's got an 8mm projector back there
Yeah.
with the case.
Right here, right now? Let's go check it out.
And that's first to open. Look at this thing. Isn't that cool?
Put some age to it.
Yes, it does.
That's why I always love coming in here. This building, it just feels like the history.
It's in great shape.
Can we pull it out?
And
Yeah,
that's
see.
the box. It says,
Just never know what you're gonna find in here. That's the thing.
oak ironing board for a kid.
Oh my goodness! Look at the horse.
I know, it's cool.
I gotta get that. My daughter loves horses. How long have you been here, and how are you like in
About
relation to all
6
these people?
months.
Okay.
I only work a couple times a week, but I'm learning a lot. I'd had the antique shop that was down here.
You want to talk about your antique shop? What happened?
No, everybody's, you know, been
Yeah.
told.
Gotcha.
And, well, it's the same old story with a lot of people. Numbers don't lie. And I love these. They still have these antiques, some antiques. Karen is trying to make this into a DIY room. There's a lot of cool drawers in here.
You mean people can come in here and do things?
Well, they can come in
Hundred
here and
different-
buy to do things
Gotcha.
at home.
Well, I'm thinking crazy. Oh, you're lovely. It's okay. So, what's the secret to happiness?
Well, I guess one of them is having a family, working with the family, being maybe a little bit independent.
Huh?
Is that a secret, Karen?
Nope, I don't think that's any secret.
Yeah, I agree. That's great. So what would you consider would be the biggest challenge that you've had since opening in '81 that
Also
didn't
working with family?
Why'd you sell the Texaco sign?
I hoped that I made a little money on it. Bought it to sell.
Describe it though. Was it the double-sided big
I
star?
don't- Yeah, it was one that was double.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably like the.
Porcelain, if I remember correctly. That was quite a few years ago. Online is killing the mom and pop.
Well, I'm gonna turn the heat up with the questions. You let me know if you want to answer them. Biggest regret in life?
I can't think of anything that I have a big regret.
So, and who is this lovely young lady?
Karen, My daughter.
When did Karen start working with
Oh,
you?
she hadn't started yet.
So she'll be starting soon. How would you like to be remembered?
I don't. I guess a down-to-earth person, basic.
We're an all-wood furniture store. Anything you can think of for your house, we can probably get done or do it. Customer service.
I appreciate it, sir. And it's always a pleasure. And I'll bug you.
It's been called Main Street's treasure.